Driven forward by Simon Clark. There's 3 Clarks playing this afternoon. Marcou's caught. Here's a goal. Dudley. Yes. Paul Dudley gets the first major, and there's a great deal of feeling between these two sides, and it's surfaced early. We saw it in the reserves, an all-in brawl that lasted 3 or 4 minutes. And I don't know what prompted that, but Alex Marcoux was in the thick of things.
Come on, Righty.
And Rod Wright, by the sound of the umpire's microphone, was also involved.
Yeah, there's been a bit of ill feeling over the last couple of years between Brunswick and Springvale. Dean Dugdale, I think, received a broken jaw a couple of years ago against Springvale, and tempers, I think, just simmering there. The games, there's been quite a few physical contests to date, but it was a good goal to Dudley.
Umpires this afternoon, Stephen Luckman, who has the ball in hand, and Brian Bullis. We were saying last week, Sam, that Bullis is a good name for an umpire. Brian tells me before the match it is pronounced Bullis. Tolo couldn't hold it. Out wide, it's Callender. Can he get the handball back? Steadying now Salvador from 60 metres. Griffiths has got the sit here. Good fast ball movement from the Wicks.
Where you are, thanks, Springy. Let him go.
And there is the Brunswick coach.
That's it.
Happy with the movement there. Can they get their first goal of the afternoon? I think Dwyer's going to have his hands full with this man this afternoon.
Yes, most fullbacks have so far this year.
There it is, 1-1 is the personal score for Brendan Griffiths, and that's Brunswick's total. They lead by 1 point.
Better than it's been in past years. Callender goes wide. Underneath it, Kerr feeds it out. Good work, Connell, in for Griffiths. Starting on fire, isn't he?
Yes, Ross, and by the same token, he's having that ball delivered to him absolutely perfectly.
It's the case in VFA football, Sam, isn't it? Not as many players on the ground, as people know, 16 players, so the flanks are a bit more open.
I knew you'd get that one in, Phil. Griffiths for goal number 2, and Brunswick second. Beautiful kick off the boot. It's there.
Gee, it's slick football, though. The handball's great and the kicking first class, and the ground in very good condition.
Miss, he plays for Brunswick. Where's number 11, the blonde head? Forward it goes through Warner. Robinson the target. Good work, but spilled in the end, and the goal comes off the ground from Prosser.
It's creative work by Prosser.
Scores level.
Feeds it off to Kerr. Nice balk, then lost it. Now recovers. Oh, a good mark for Holmes. Inside the 50, shot on goal coming up. Into the square. Backing back is Herbert, and he marks it.
And he is a very dangerous player, Desi Herbert. You know, he always looks a little bit overweight, but he is very elusive and good hands.
Phil. He's very deceptive,
yes,
isn't he?
And he kicks a long goal too, Sam. He can kick them from out at 50.
An ungainly type, but very, very effective.
Been around the traps a bit.
And he has to kick 10 or 15 metres. On the angle, though, and a good effort off the boot. There, Brunswick's third goal, and a very good opening by the Wicks.
Umpire Bullis puts it down. Clark has to wait underneath it. Dugdale to Harms. Beautiful handball. Bone now. Weaved nicely. That multi-pronged forward line. And the mark's taken down there by Holmes. So who was that in the middle there getting the handball out? It was Harms. I think I said Harms, didn't I? He got it out to Bone. So good work out of the middle, starting with Dugdale and Dale Holmes, who came to them partway through last season, shooting from 30 metres. Doesn't look to have deviated at all. 2 goals in front are the Wicks. We've played 11 minutes. Driven forward by Warner. Thorogood holding his man off. Robinson. Dangerous tap taken by Clark. Well, they've made me eat my words quickly. They've hit back at Brunswick. Jeff Clark getting the goal.
Ducking and weaving is Shannon. Here's again. He's got Jeff's loose at half forward. Marcoux coming in as well. Marcoux lets Jeff's take it. He's short, finds Robinson. Nice pass.
It's copybook forward play, isn't it?
Got a soccer ball on the ground over near the goals as well.
Well, it's a multicultural game, VFA football.
Multicodal.
Robinson off the boot. Beautiful shot at goal. Springvale's fourth. Clark, gee, isn't he under those? There's his natural foot, a left footer. Shannon, pressured by Kerr. I think he was holding him. No free kick. Good recovery by Shannon. Will it fall for Dudley? Yes, it will, and he puts it through. Second goal to Paul Dudley. And Brunswick lead by 8 points. Now Springvale, that's a thumping kick. Maloney's in good position. Takes a strong mark at half forward. Robinson leads quickly. Thorogood with him. And there's Robinson. Beautiful kick from Maloney to find the full forward. Just 45 out, straight in front.
Split both of the defenders coming across the counter defence, but
Didn't it ever?
found the target.
Robinson for number 2. He just steers it through, I think. Yes, he does. Second goal to Keith Robinson.
Well, this is a very, very promising Springvale side.
Anderson, not much room to manoeuvre. Just a hand in there, did the trick. And he's got the free kick as well. Patolo. Oh, unlucky. Gee, that's a bad decision.
You just can't play free kicks like that. No, sorry, umpire, that is not a good decision.
I mean, he was being held up around the head. It could have been 50 the other way. After he got the free kick, the player didn't let him go.
Well, there's someone that tends to agree with the umpire.
Well, Jeff Anderson, pretty handy around this sort of region.
I'd say very handy.
He's another one that loves kicking goals. His first for the afternoon.
Sam, I would have thought you'd be outraged at that decision. You're a man who likes to say his piece.
Yes. Any reason I purposely abstain from saying something, because I tended to agree with the umpire.
Mendy goes in the Jeff's direction. Ended up being a little bit too square, the kick, and here's Bone. And Dempster didn't get back in time. Very timely goal for Brunswick, a minute into time on.
Yes, from a mistake.
All of a sudden, that ball handling that they had earlier is going astray from some fierce tackling. Dudley's handball. Anderson from 35 metres.
And what a great goal from Springvale. That is just a classic example of what pressure and tackling can ultimately do.
Good work by Palm, who's been pretty quiet. Dwyer now into the pocket. Again, Dudley's given the free kick away. No, he's got the free. Well, I can't work it out, Phil.
Gee, I don't know. Well,
I don't think there was nothing in that. Should have been play on.
He used his body well, Dudley, but at the same time, the Salvador had a right to go for the ball, and I don't think he was doing anything but attempting to punch the ball away.
Dudley trying to bring it back. It's there. Second goal for Dudley. Third, in fact.
And Robinson leads, but he goes short to Anderson. With Shannon just over his head. Loose ball, who runs onto that? Palm, good hand pass, Marcoux. Number 10 for Springvale. And a 5-goal lead.
Well, they're just running riot, Ross.
To Jeffs, plenty of space. Back to Clark. He'll go long to Robinson at the back with Thorogood. Anderson can't get a foot on it, can he? Quick back to Shannon. Goal coming up.
Oh, easy as you like. Yes, they're just running in waves, they are. Always ensuring they've got players at the base of the ball, and the guy with the ball has always got an option.
Can I send a cheerio to Paul Wharton too? His wife just had a baby, Samuel. Paul, of course, a premiership player at Port, and his father, Ern Wharton, a premiership player at Port.
Congratulations, Paul. More importantly, a wife who gave birth.
Yeah, I think she did the hard work.
Oh, shit.
Here's Harms. Oh, he just held it.
And he's capable of kicking this.
He's only 40 metres out, Sam.
Oh, 45.
Straight in front, Wayne Harms. Bang. Straight through the middle. His first and Brunswick's 8th.
And they needed that one.
Dwyer's doing well on Griffiths at the moment. Harms got the handball out. And the marks with Bone. And he'll play on here. That's good play. Herbert drifted down.
Harms has given them a lift this quarter. A number of possessions. That touch of class that he possesses is certainly...
And Herbert's got the goal.
All clear.
So a second comes up for Des Herbert.
Look better. Hand pass to Dugdale. Can Harms work something from this? Griffiths tackled, held by the hand. Got it to Bone. Bartolo, Harms. He puts it through. He's second for the quarter, and he's second for the quarter, and that takes him to 2. I thought he'd kick 3.
Well, he's
2 dropped marks by Harms.
2. Clark, long one. Oh, pushed by Clark on compatriot or not colleague, opposite number. Clark now to Thorogood. Oh, he's having a shocking day. 1 possession, caught with the ball. Look at this. What a mistake. Jeff Clark, 3rd goal.
a couple of indiscretions by Thorogood back there.
The players didn't know which way it was going to go. It's gone the way of Bone. And there's half-time. And the scoreboard sees 7 goals separating Springvale and Brunswick. The difference was 36 points at the first break. It is now 42 in favour of Springvale. The multiple goal kickers, Dudley with 4, Clark 3, Maloney, Anderson with 2 apiece, also 3 to Keith Robinson, while Brunswick have 4 goals kicked by Griffiths, 2 apiece to Harms, all in that term, and Herbert. 17-8. Springvale leading Brunswick 10-8 early in this half. Bone comes out with it well. Very open forward line. This is an awkward bounce, and Griffiths read it beautifully. And that's his 5th goal. Good start to the term. And I knew soon as Dwyer came running out towards that he was going to have trouble judging the bounce, and Griffiths hung back, read it much better. And you can do that when you're a forward, I suppose. The backman's got to attack the ball.
Well, the emphasis is always on the backman. It's one of those difficult situations. You've got to attack the ball, but Griffiths continued in the same vein as he has in that first half and been the sole light in attack for Brunswick.
5 goals for him, and a good chance to mention Harold Jones. A record number of goals in a match for Brunswick were kicked by Harold back in 1939 against Oakley. He booted 20. So he's got close this season, Griffiths, but he still doesn't hold the record. Make them pay for that if they've got it in them. Oh, that's a bit Tony Lockett-ish.
Plugger.
And Kerr's going to be spoken to and reported.
Well, as bad as that, it is 3 mistakes now in succession, and there was a good opportunity for Brunswick to make the play, and you just can't afford to give the ball away in a situation like that.
Shannon, the man that copped it in the nose. Wally Lovett just coming over to clarify things with the umpire. He's pretty clear about it. Stephen Luckman. So that is interesting for you, Phil, no doubt, looking ahead to the VFA representative match with number 17 for Brunswick, Robbie Kerr, reported.
Have to send a message to the chairman of the tribunal, I suppose, won't we?
The way he's been playing Phil today, he'd be lucky to get a game, I would suggest. But I'm not the coach, of course, nor am I selected.
No, you haven't.
Nor do I want to coach.
Haven't submitted me your side yet, Ross, so I don't know who to pick.
Shannon, can he make them pay? He can. 3 tries at goal in the opening 5 minutes, and the 3rd one goes through. Throw in. No one can. Here's Kerr. From 65 metres. No one home. Good goal. Well, he picked the right option there, saw that the goal square was unmanned, went long and bounced it through. And the difference now is 44 points in favour of Springvale.
Straight feeding out. Good work to Maloney. Robinson now in front. Hislop thumped from behind. Good play. But the pressure not relented, because here's Norman with a snap at goal. And he puts it through.
Well, the sign of a good side when they can replay within 30 seconds. And what wonderful play from Palm out of the centre, getting that ball out with a perfect hand pass.
Under the pack too, Sam.
Yeah, here we see it on screen.
Beautifully.
To the running Maloney once again.
You want to ring him up too, accidentally or deliberately?
No doubt after last week's loss, you would have reviewed your travelling arrangements. You'll be flying now.
Qantas, I think.
Sorry?
Well, we're in there and above the camera boys. Well rugged up, plenty of gloves and scarves.
Yes, unfortunately, the central heating's not working to its full capacity.
Free kick. Thank you, Springvales. Easy one. Go for the ball, 7. Go down, Bomber.
Well, the man. Bone running through the middle. Griffiths doubles back. Trying to put some pressure on Warner, and he got him fair in the middle of the back.
Push in the back, mate. Brunswick kick. Ball, thank you. On the mark.
Wasn't against Dwyer on that occasion. It was a desperate Neil Warner who gives Griffiths the opportunity to kick his 6th. Stabs it straight through the middle. Well, they need to follow that up with another 2 or 3 pretty quickly. Griffiths has now kicked 61 for the season.
Well, they're certainly capable of doing it. What Brunswick desperately needs, they've got too many guys at the moment that are in that mediocre category. They need 2 or 3 to lift their game.
Jewel Maloney out of the middle, as he's done so often today. Curl leaves it behind. Oh, Maloney followed up beautifully to Anderson. Oh, look at them queuing up here for the Vales. Bowed bounce for Palm, still gets away. Oh, Maloney's followed right down. What a part he'll have played if this ends up in a goal. Out it comes to Prosser. Well, Maloney touched the ball in 3 occasions there, out of the middle. Palm, Anderson, Prosser ended up kicking the goal. That's his 2nd for the afternoon, and I'd say that's curtains for the Wicks.
I agree with you there, Peter.
Their mind's on the job today.
No. Stephen Clark's had a day that he'll try to forget in a hurry.
Off to Holmes. He's had a reasonable day for the Wicks. High kick, not 10 metres. Oh, Calendar, good work. Herbert. Has he squeezed it in? Yes, he has, and that was a brilliant bit of play by the Brunswick captain, David Calendar. Quick hand pass, beautiful raving, and Herbert put it through.
I think that's Herbert's 3rd goal for the afternoon. But as Phil mentioned, he's been mourned very, very closely by the Springvale defence. Hasn't had a great deal of latitude to work in.
Here we go, mate.
And from the limited opportunities, he's done reasonably well.
Plenty of a loose man. Jeffs. Clark, if it comes back to him. Oh, he's got a kick somehow. Jeffs. Ball's over the boundary line.
I've got a question for you, Phil.
Yes.
Eyes down.
Now, that's the Springvale rooms, and a lot of ladies not interested in the footy. 66.
I think there are a lot of them sweating on that last number. 31.
I think they're asleep.
Bingo.
We mentioned that Shane Templeton was very upset before the start of the game. It was because he'd been locked out of the bingo rooms.
Oh, I think
He didn't want to play.
there wouldn't be a great deal of incentive for Shane to be playing there. I think the stakes would be quite high enough for Shane to be enthused in the game of bingo.
Donut was lovely. The jam in the middle was beautiful.
Now, Brunswick in attack. Back of the footy, Hislop. On the left foot, good effort. Just missed off here. So you're right, Phil. He's put it through, Sandy Hislop.
It's back to the half-time deficit, 42 points. Norman out wide to Maloney. Plenty of time to look upfield, try and spot someone.
He's holding over.
Good. Well explained by the umpire. Shannon. Out wide to Dudley. Goal for Anderson.
Just military-like precision, isn't it, Phil? Always got the numbers, always got the options.
A big crowd down there for that clash. And at Paran for Paran Coburg. Dugdale. Holmes gets a touch on it. Through comes Foy. He's been solid in defence and desperate. Look at that. But they come out with it. Brunswick. Clark to Bone. Puts it through. Quick reply by the Wicks.
They just can't get that run on, Phil, can they? They get one. Springvale have got the answers.
Clark comes with a fist. Bartolo, 2 to beat. And ball out from Shannon to Anderson. They're queuing up here. Norman. Standing Roaring start. Bang.
He's a very, very big kick. Rick Norman, isn't he, Sam? He kicks them off 2 steps and they go 50 metres.
And he's ended up in possession.
You're going to the ground.
Well, this is Griffiths way out on half forward. Clever tap for Holmes.
And he will goal it.
Yeah, but you're both.
Yes, well, you are the super coach again, Philip. 7th for Brendan Griffiths.
Well, he's played a lone hand up forward, Brendan Griffiths.
Play on calls up the umpire. Salvador down the middle. Herbert. After a good start has been quiet. Calendar nowhere.
That was a good kick, that. Breaking 50-metre spotted Calendar unopposed on the half-forward flank. It'll be between the true centre-half and the half-forward flank.
Nice kick at goal by the captain, his first goal.
Well, he has redeemed himself since coming back on. Calendar.
I think he's worked very, very hard under the pegs. He's been one of their few creative players, used the handball efficiently.
On Brunswick. Thorogood getting it out to Herbert. Been active at both ends of the ground, but put it back into the Valley of Vales.
Maloney.
There it is with Maloney.
Possession number 30. Been a pretty good game.
Yes, Shannon's faded a bit in the last 10 minutes, but gee, I thought he tackled hard and has got heaps of possessions. Well, how many's he got as we watch Maloney? He's got 22. Maloney, number 30. Oh, was it a touch by Maguire? No, it wasn't. Maloney's 3rd goal. Has he wrapped up the Man of the Match award?
Number 7.
Coming up to the 29-minute mark here. Might just get the final siren in before we go to news in Sydney, and the timekeeper's listening to me. In the end, it was a 42-point victory for Springvale over Brunswick. That was the difference at half-time, and a goal has gone on to their score every quarter up until that last quarter. Their score every quarter until that last quarter, in which Brunswick got a goal back, but it didn't really matter much. It was a fine victory for the Springvale side, and they're now a goal and percentage clear of their opposition, Brunswick. And that could be a vital psychological win for them when we come to matches later on in the season, especially those ones in September. Well, next week at 2 o'clock, a delayed telecast of the game from the NFL Carnival down there in Tassie. Live from Launceston, we'll see the VFA against Queensland, and then again on Monday, it's action from the Apple Isle. Man of the match was Peter Maloney. Put that on the back of an envelope, send it to the VFA. Well done, Pete. Hope you've enjoyed it this afternoon.